Oh,
I've never liked you a lot.
Oh man,
you're not my favorite person.
Oh shit. Why does that just suck? Doesn't that just suck balls?
Because you just suck. A big old pile of testicles.
Who put them in a pile? You did? You
what
sick,
came first, the balls or the pile?
The pile of testicles.
The testicles or the pile
like, who's going to get them and put them in a... Because they just don't come in piles, man.
That's true.
Someone has to accumulate them.
No, that's not true. Walmart has them in stocks.
Costco.
Costco.
Sam's Club has balls.
Costco has...
in bulk.
Testicles in bulk. Come and get them. If you've lost your nuts, if you lost your man card, we have testicles in bulk.
Oh my God, that is totally not the way we want to start this show. Saying that,
but that is the way we are starting the show.
Go ahead.
Testicles in bulk. This is the conspiracy of Walmart. Greetings and good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You are listening to the Zilla Boys podcast. I am Jacob Sizemore, and yes, I did riff about testicles. To my right is Ernesto Gonzalez.
Right here, I'm just riffing on him because he said something that made no sense, so I was trying to get right back.
You know what? Go to Walmart. Maybe it will make sense.
I don't think so. But anyways,
it probably won't.
Zilla Boys podcast come at you live. Well, not live, recorded.
We've never been live.
Good morning.
But yeah, we can fake it till we make it.
Okay. We got some things to talk about. First subject of the day is...
First subject of the day, if you haven't seen it already, or if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that. But we have also released a new video on our channel called King Kong and Godzilla reaction video. We watched the whole movie. We react to it. We have some funny things to say. We have some dumb things to say. But check it out if you're interested in watching our full reaction. While we're at it, we're going to go ahead and review that lovely gourmet
because
movie.
we didn't actually give it a number. We just said we liked it or not.
No, let's go ahead and talk about a little bit about the movie. So as a whole, excluding the big fights, which we're going to talk about, but as a whole, what'd you think?
As a whole, I thought it was really good. I mean, if you got to minus all the people stuff, like all the human characters, you have to just let that go, man. And just hopefully that when they get into it, it was good, and it was, man. Like it's up there. It's definitely better than Alien versus Predator. That one sucked, 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Definitely, I'm not going to say it. It was Jason versus Freddy was okay. I actually kind of like that one.
Yeah.
But Kong versus Godzilla was up there. Yes.
Batman v Superman. You liked that one.
I like that. I didn't like it at first, but the more I've watched it, the more it grows on me. So I'd say, yeah, it's up in the verses. Like, I liked it, man. I thought it was pretty good, man. Awesome fighting, dude.
I will say that is like right above Batman v Superman for me in like the verses. I think it's probably the top tier versus movie because of all the versus movies, the only ones I can think of are like Freddy versus Jason and the other ones. So I think it ranks pretty much up there. I think it probably is the best one, technically speaking. I think Batman v Superman, there's an argument to be made that that's pretty close, but I think
because like those other movies, man, like they actually had to tie like established franchises together. So that's really hard.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
So does Kong and Godzilla.
Yeah.
Kong has like a history of like a bajillion movies.
Absolutely.
Kong has a decent amount, but he's pretty.
But I would say like
pop culture.
King Kong, Godzilla's like history is kind of like simple. You know what I'm saying? It's always, like Freddy Krueger's like complex in his story. Yeah. And so is Jason. You know what I'm saying? Like it's they're both boogeyman.
I don't know, man. Godzilla fights a moth.
Yeah, he fights a big moth. And then you got, what is it? You got AVP, Aliens, you got their whole lore, and then the Predator whole lore, and then when they came together, it should have made for a really cool, interesting movie, but it didn't.
It really didn't. I will say that this movie did a really good job of just getting to the point.
Dude, the ass whooping is where it has to be, and it had ass whooping by the buttload, man.
It did.
Yeah, and that's where it delivered. Man.
Yeah, first fight was pretty solid, though we saw a lot of it in the trailer, unfortunately. Even so, like, it didn't take away from that big old giant punch that King Kong get on Godzilla.
Because when he hit King Kong, when he hit Zilla, man, you saw that neck crack back. You're like, ooh. And, you watch UFC. I watch UFC too, but when that head pops back like that, usually it's over, dog. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
The fact that you can take that hit is like, all right, like cracking his cock, like, and all right, just I see it's on.
Come Let's go. Back, and then he pimp slaps King Kong, right?
Didn't even like give you the courtesy of a knuckle punch. No, it's a fist. It's
even with the axe, King Kong couldn't take him, man. Oh, man.
So let's be 100% clear. You were Team Kong. I was Team Kong. So you're the loser.
Whatever. I'm not the loser.
Look, King Kong did a good job. I'm Team Godzilla. King Big Old Lizard all the way.
Fighting is for. I'm not gonna say it, but he knows what I'm.
Listen, God, I know what you're gonna say. Godzilla does not have a lot of attacks when it's punching. Why? He has his like dinky little arms, which is almost T-Rex length, and then he has his mouth. So he uses
his
it
arms
to his
are pretty
advantage.
big. I would say his arms are bigger than a
It's
T-Rex.
not, but like King Kong has like the reach.
King Kong definitely has the agility.
Yeah, he has more agility than
He does
Godzilla.
a lot of cardio on Kong Island.
does.
Godzilla, you would think for someone who swims a lot, he'd be skinnier.
Yeah, you think he's got a lot of like bulk down there.
Swimmers are usually thin, tall people. You think he'd be more slim down.
Maybe he used the excuse of its water weight.
Yeah,
It's definitely water
It helps
weight.
him swim faster.
Yeah, but what Godzilla has that King Kong doesn't is freaking stamina, and the fact that Godzilla is freaking nearly invincible.
It's like,
he can take so much punishment and still be fine at the end of the day. Like at the end of the movie, when everything was said and done, Godzilla was. It looked like he did not receive any damage, and King Kong was like,
yeah, he was all scarred up and cut up, and he looked whooped. yeah, he did.
He's like, dear God, and Godzilla came out like, oh no, please don't do this again. I don't want another butt whooping. Please don't do this again.
But yeah, I thought it was good, man. I mean, like I said, the people side of it was crazy. Like they kept on going to open doors. Like, come on, man. Like none of those doors were locked. Yeah. They just go through this door, and then even the security people needed cards to get through but they didn't need it.
No.
But
if you watch our watch party video, there is a definite drop in enthusiasm as soon as like the humans enter the equation. Like when the fights are going on, it's like, woo! We're like standing up in our chairs, like, let's go. And then the humans come in. Like,
oh man.
All right, got these losers coming back.
But they tried. Man.
They did. And they had a good team up at the end with Mecha. I guess spoiler, but who cares at this point? Mecha Godzilla came in, and there was a pretty good team up there. And there's an argument to be made that some people say that because Godzilla beat Kong, but that Mechagodzilla came in and beat Godzilla, and then Kong beat Mechagodzilla, then that means Godzilla and King Kong is the king of the monsters. Here's why I don't think that's true.
Oh, I said they all equaled each other out. I didn't say he was king of the monsters, but that is a good point.
Yeah. Here's why I think Godzilla still remains king. At the very end of the movie, Godzilla walks up to King Kong, and King Kong drops the axe. Right. Now, you can look at that in two ways, but you can't look at that in three ways. The two ways you can look about it is that Godzilla or King Kong is submitting to Godzilla, saying, okay, you win because I know you're going to kill me afterwards. Or he's saying, we're friends. This is a truce. You can look at it two ways. You can look at it the third way in saying that King Kong in any way won. Okay. Godzilla would have killed him.
All right. So in UFC, let's just say in actual fighting things.
Okay.
So let's say you're the champ and I fight you.
Yes.
And you submit me and you maybe tap out. I lose the championship, right? Yes. I lose to you. But then you lose to somebody else and they get that belt. And then I beat them and take that belt. Am I a champ? I am the champ.
Yes.
So technically, he could be the king of the monsters.
This is true.
It's true.
But Godzilla still had, King Kong by himself could never beat Mechagodzilla. There was a team aspect in that. No, so you could say that they teamed up on Mechagodzilla.
They did. I think they did.
Even though King Kong did get the ending blow.
No, I think Godzilla was almost done. Godzilla was almost done because he was charging he was charging his cannon to shoot him, and then all of a sudden King Kong came out of nowhere. So
King Kong did save Godzilla. But at the end of the day, the butt whooping that Godzilla put on King Kong was tremendous.
At the end, I definitely think when they had their end moment, I think Godzilla was like, yeah, we're cool, but I still kicked your butt. Mm-hmm. And King Kong's like, yeah, we're cool, and so what? I can still kick your butt or whatever, But good movie. I give it 7.5.
Mm-hmm. I would give it. I'll give it a 7.1. I'm on with you.
Yeah. Even though the human characters sucked, they didn't skimp on Kong and Godzilla at all, man. The action was amazing. So
yeah, they got to the point.
I would definitely watch it. If you guys haven't watched it, hopefully we didn't spoil it for you, but I would go watch it.
We probably did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you liked it, man.
Okay, next topic.
All right, next topic. There's a trailer that came out this week. Suicide Squad Trailer 2 came out. And I wasn't super impressed with the first one. I think you liked the first one fine. Yeah. But what did you think of the second trailer? I
like the second one too, man. It was almost the same trailer, but it had different things to it, different added pieces to it. I thought John Cena stole the show again with his Peacemaker character, but
I believe in peace. It doesn't matter how many people have to kill to achieve
how many men, women, or children have to do to kill to make it.
Anakin Skywalker would be proud.
Oh man!
Not just the men, but the women and the children.
And he looks so serious, I would do that. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think the movie's gonna be a blast, man.
Yeah,
this is gonna be one of the movies you just go in, buy your popcorn, get your soda, and just have a good time, man.
It just looks like a fun movie, and it's James Gunn. He's going to deliver a fun movie.
It's like when I went to go see Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one.
Yeah.
And then I didn't know, like, it looked good, but I didn't know if I was in for a good show.
Yeah.
And then when Star-Lord starts playing the music, starts dancing, and then the credit, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm about to have a good time, man.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of get the same vibe, you know.
Yeah. He's got the right balance of some messed up humor
Right.
and really, really fun. Like, have you seen Slither?
Oh, that's probably my favorite James Gunn movie, man.
It probably is too. Mine. And next to like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I'm a big advocate for that movie. But this movie looks pretty much online with a combination of those two. It's got it may have some very violent elements, and got some very bloody elements, but it's still going to be hilarious.
Because Slither has some really crazy looking stuff.
Crazy messed up moments.
So yeah, it looks like a mix of Slither and Guardians of the Galaxy, kind of like that's a good comparison, man.
I think this is probably Harley Quinn's best design too. I like her red dress. I like her outfits. She's actually tactical this time. She's using guns and equipment. She's not using a bat.
Everyone's costumes look really good. And you see freaking Ratcatcher with all the rats.
Which one's Rat? Oh, no. Yep, I remember.
And then you see Polka Dot Man throws polka dots out and bullets start flying those polka dots. And
you see King Shark.
And then you see Weasel. I can't wait to see Weasel, man. That's his brother, Sean Gunn. Yeah. He's licking the wall, and then he looks like, what's going on?
His brother is actually a really good actor.
Yeah, I think so, man. I think it's gonna be cool to see him actually voice the actor, the character he's playing. You know.
Yeah.
So
I'm glad that he puts his brother in the roles. That's be a funny thing to like walk up to your brother and say, "Hey, bud, I want you to be in a movie."
I know, right? Like, or maybe sometimes James Gunn's like, "Hey, I'm making this movie, and I really need someone just to fill this role." He's like, "Hey, I'm not working. I'm not doing anything, bro."
I'm free this weekend.
Me. You know, now, I'm sure they're cool brothers. They must be. And I don't know. I think the bad guy Starro's gonna be the kaiju looking thing. I think.
Yeah, I was worried about that.
I don't know. I let James Gunn work his thing. I'm just gonna trust in what he does.
Yeah, man. I think the biggest problem with the first one is that the villain in that was this big, over the top Skybeam and ancient villain that they could barely stand up against. Like Harley Quinn, like I said, she had a bat. She couldn't go up against this thing. So I'm not really sure how they're going to stand up against a giant star. But again, I trust the direction of James Gunn a little more than I did David Ayer, because that was a little bit too out of David Ayer's range, in my opinion.
Yeah, he does James Gunn can. I mean, he wrote Scooby-Doo, man, so he can do crazy stuff.
Well, that may not be the highlight of his career.
I know I'm being sarcastic. And Scooby-Doo, was a Monsters Unleashed. He did them both, so he knows how to do crazy movies, man. You gotta trust him.
Raggy?
There's always a good and a bad, no matter with everybody. Everybody. So yeah.
Anyway, another trailer came out this week. Loki trailer.
What'd you think? So
I'm a little more enthusiastic about this, which is not what I expected, because I've not been enthusiastic about any of this stuff. You, who have been more enthusiastic about the shows that Marvel is producing, have not been enthusiastic about this trailer. Why is that?
Well, because I guess because we're going to talk about Winter Soldier, Falcon Winter Soldier next, right?
Yeah.
And
this is going to
episode 3 came out, and I liked it, but still, it's like it's still kind of slow, man. Like you only have 6 episodes, man. So you got to get to it. You have to start making it click, and it's just still kind of not really clicking yet, man.
Yeah.
And they have less episodes than WandaVision, and
we got 3 left.
Yeah, halfway through, dude, and they're still not to the point yet that they need to be at, and it just. And both those shows looked really good in the trailers.
Yeah.
And so does Loki. Loki looks amazing, and they're going to try to do something out, like a different approach. They're going to try something different again.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. Maybe it might not be as good, man. I don't know, man. I'm hoping for the best and preparing for the worst. They just haven't got this TV format down for me, man. I guess I don't know, man.
I have been seeing a slow decline in the Marvel TV shows. I don't think they've been living up to their potential, and I think that's consensus. That's kind of shared in the community right now with all the Marvel shows. And like at this time, Falcon and Winter Soldier has not ended yet, so it's hard to say if that's going to live up to the potential. We'll get to that in a minute, because that's the next topic. I'm actually really excited for this one. I don't think that Marvel has had the balls to tell an original story that's just beyond them ending with a big villain that the superhero is going to have to punch, and all of that has been the same. WandaVision ended like that. It didn't commit to its topic. It ended with just that generic ending. And Loki has the opportunity to do something different. Now, I said the same thing about WandaVision, and it didn't stick the landing, so I'm a little less optimistic, but from the trailers, I'm a little more interested because number one, it's a villain instead of a hero, so that could mean something different from Marvel. And number two, it's Owen Wilson and the villain. That just looks so interesting and so fun.
He might even be Loki. Still might be the villain of his show. He's not the hero. I mean, the way it's looking like they're gonna be messing with time.
Yeah,
he's gonna be going through time, like I guess correcting things he's done bad with the Tesseract. Or whatever.
I guess so. Yeah,
and I don't know, man. It looks amazing, dude. Like I'm not gonna lie, the visuals look. I mean, color wise, palette wise, he still looks amazing in his costume, and it looks funny.
Definitely.
I don't know, man. Like I'm gonna give it a shot. I mean, I'm not saying I don't like Falcon and Winter Soldier. I do like it. It's just like I think they're just it's hard for them to adjust to this show format. It's just harder, man. I think for them, you know what I mean? They've been doing movies for 11 years, man, and to have to stop what they're doing that works for them and to try to redo it. They're
like you said last week, Star Wars has succeeded in TV where Marvel has not. Maybe it's something that they're not used to adjusting because they haven't done before, or maybe they're so used to doing movies. It has to be something akin to that, and I think there is something to that. But again, I'll get to that in a minute when we talk about Falcon and Winter Soldier. But this has a really fascinating premise, especially with like Owen Wilson and Loki kind of being enemies, but also needing to work with each other and them trying to outsmart each other. Yeah. Loki was always like the funny trickster, and it looks like he's going to have a foe who he can out-trick or outsmart or try and outsmart, who may be smarter than him.
What did he say? He's like, you can trust me. He's like, dude, you've stabbed someone in the back 50
I know you.
50. Yeah.
What do you mean?
You've stabbed someone in the back like 50-something times, man. Like, I know you.
Puts in a VHS. This is the crap that I've seen you do, you liar.
Man. He's like, that's every little single thing I've said, and then he comes out with another paper like, and that.
Yeah. He's so predictable. Thanos saw him coming.
That part where he jumps out the airplane and then that's cool. That part looks bad. Where he's doing like a James Bond.
Oh, it looks
type.
Good, or it looks good, bad, or bad.
No, where he like jumps out the airplane and he grabs the money and like the Hemdale like grabs him.
Yeah.
With the that rainbow light. I forgot what it's called, man. But yeah.
Rainbow light.
Rainbow light. I'm sorry. Yeah, what's it called, man? You know what I'm talking about? Where you don't even know.
For some reason, I'm just thinking of the song "Yellow Rain."
No, not that
it's
song.
Not a song. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't want. I do. It looks good, man. I'm just a little worried. That's all. Man.
Yeah, I think I have a reason to be that worried.
But I'm gonna give them a grace period, man. Like it's been tough, man. They've been having to push their universe back, and then they're trying something new, man. Like they know the movies. That they got to expand the universe. It's they need to reinvent the wheel. That's what they're trying to do. So it's just growing pains, man. I believe so, man.
Maybe it's an adjusting period. Maybe that's something that they need to get used to. So
that's all, man.
I hope so. I
mean, they're not they're not in DC trouble for sure. But
I don't know. DC's been getting better.
I just don't think they're in Marvel.
I think
Marvel's okay. They're still in good.
Here's
spot.
what I think is. This is what I think may be happening. I might be wrong, but I think there may be a switch in power coming. I think DC may have time to overthrow Marvel at their own game.
DC's about to change it all over again. No, man, it's not going to work. Dude.
Well, here's one thing: if HBO, if all of that goes well, if the Snyderverse stuff goes well, and this is all hypothetical, if the Snyderverse continues, they'll have their universe on HBO, and then DC will have their movies in theaters, which at least at this moment, their movies and their individual movies have been really good, and that bodes well for Suicide Squad.
I could get on for that. If the Snyderverse continues on HBO Max, I'm all for that. Yeah. But if they don't and they move going forward, I just don't think it's going to make a lot of sense, man. It's going to.
No, I don't think it's going to make sense, but I'm sure it's going to be entertaining.
Because you're asking people to get reinvested already right now again, and then you're going to try to have them get reinvested again. Mm-hmm. No, man, it's just...
Well, think about it this way. Do you think they could work with the Snyderverse on HBO and then a different universe in the theaters? That could work. I think that could work.
I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. Because Aquaman, Wonder Woman, and Shazam are still going to be part of the movie universe. And then the DC, it's going to be confusing. Like, really, I mean, people, you are going to know what's going on.
Yeah.
But to like the person who doesn't know anything, they're like,
At the grandma in the theater, like, didn't I see Aquaman in another movie? Why is he here?
Is this the Snyder cut thing or whatever? I don't know. Marvel's still okay. Their stuff is all still one.
Is this Leave It to Beaver?
Still one story, dude. They're okay. They're still congruent. They're all right, man. So
okay.
Yeah. Next subject, man.
Okay. All right, well, let's get into the topic as we've been building it up now. Episode 3 of Falcon and Winter Soldier has arisen. What do you think?
What do you think?
Okay, I'll get my thoughts out real quick. I have been dissing the Marvel TV series for good reason, and like we just went into, I don't think it's been sticking the landing. And the reason I think it hasn't been sticking the landing is it's been selling their series entirely on the basis of their characters. Yeah. And these characters aren't really interesting by themselves, so the series need to make them interesting. So we're going in there wanting to see a story about these characters, but the stories themselves aren't really good. We're just kind of sold on the character basis. So that's why I think these shows have been failing so far. Again, Falcon and Winter Soldier has not ended yet, but I think it's going to be the same thing as WandaVision, where it's going to be disappointing at the end of the day because the stories aren't that great or captivating. It's just we've been sold on these characters, which are okay but not great. So that being said, back to the episode, I think for what it is, it's certainly entertaining. Yeah. It's got some really entertaining moments like Bucky and Falcon, when they have opportunities to shine and bounce off each other, they do a pretty good job. Like there's a firefight section in this episode where they're fighting and Falcon's like yelling at Bucky and Bucky's yelling back at him. It's like, this happens in every action movie. And that stuff's funny. And Zemo was cool. Zemo got introduced in this one.
I like when they reference Skull Island. He's like, you talking this place like a Skull Island. I mean, I don't know, man. I liked it. I thought it was pretty good, man. Mm-hmm. But still, it's just I feel like it's missing something, man.
An intriguing story, perhaps?
They're probably just missing Cap, man.
Not
that Captain America, but Steven Rogers, freaking. Yeah. Because I was watching this thing online, man, and like this guy was talking about the mantle. It's not a mantle, man. That person is that character, man.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's. Maybe it's just missing Cap, man. Because it's like Cap's story moving forward without Cap.
Yeah.
I think that's what's missing for me. I like it. I love Bucky and I like Sam, dude. I mean, they're really dope, man. I guess for me, it's just missing Cap, man.
Mm-hmm.
I guess so.
At this point in time, originally I thought like Falcon is the best choice to be the new Captain America. When he chose him in Endgame, like that makes sense. That's a great choice. And now that I'm thinking about it, now that the series has gone forward, maybe he's not the best choice.
Maybe he should just be Falcon and not try to be Captain America. Man.
I agree. I don't think Falcon should be Captain America.
I think they're trying to replace someone that can't be replaced, man.
Agreed.
Like I said, I don't think it's a mantle, man. I think Steve Rogers is Captain America. You can't put that suit on somebody else and say, okay, now, hey, Captain America.
Yeah.
Like even like Bucky, he's not.
No,
Captain.
Bucky can't do it.
Yeah. Well, he's not Steve. He's the Winter Soldier. He's got to go with that. I don't know, man. I
don't think either of them can do it, but I agree with your statement. I think he should just try to be Falcon.
Yeah.
So and like they have a few scenes with the new Captain America. And when he's like raiding a few houses or whatever.
He's going dark, man.
Mm-hmm. Really quickly.
He's going
really quickly.
Well, they only have 6 episodes. They're not wasting time. They're wasting time on everything else but him.
Yeah.
What about old girl, Agent Carter? Man, she kicked butt, dude.
I didn't like her.
You didn't like her?
I didn't like her.
Oh man,
I thought she was such a huge departure from her character.
She was playing a character like the neighbor next door. That was her cover. She's a badass agent.
But we did get to see her like interact with Captain America, and she's a nice and kind and sweet lady, and that's what she was kind of like bouncing off what her grandmother used to be.
I think that was messed up. That she's like, "Oh, you guys got pardons, and I became enemy of the estate for helping you guys."
I get that. Maybe that could jade someone a little bit, but still, like, would Aunt Becky be proud of you selling your little art pieces?
Aunt Peggy would be proud of her kicking ass and oh man, Aunt Peggy.
Kicking butt. Yes, she is very brutal.
And having the connections that she has, and yeah, man.
I don't know about proud.
I think Aunt Peggy would be. She reminds me of Peggy Carter.
Is this yours?
No, mine's gone.
Oh, thank God.
I drank mine already. Okay. But no, I think Aunt Peggy would be like, "You go, girl." You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah. I don't know.
I like that. I like seeing Zemo dance in the club. That was weird, but
that was very weird. Oh, let's talk about Zemo for a second.
I actually like Zemo.
He was really good in this.
I like when Bucky came in. He's like saying the words, and he's like, "Those words don't work on me no more, man."
I just want to test you.
I just want to test the new Winter Soldier.
He said that instantly. He walked in the room and was like, rusting, homecoming. Or like, let's try it.
He's like, "Man, you got money like that?" He goes, "I am a baron." Like, I am a baron. He walked into the plane.
I feel like at that moment he should have like put on shades and the music in the background, like, yo.
Or when he tells the butler, he goes, "If the food is turned bad, feed it to them."
It's like, I like this.
I was waiting for Sam to say something in Sokovian, like, "I speak Sokovian, punk." Like, we won't be eating that. But no. Mm-hmm. Or Bucky probably would know.
He probably would have.
Yeah, but that was so funny.
Sam had some funny moments in this too. Is like that moment where he's dressing up as this like African guy, and he's like, "Oh, he does look like me."
He's like, the usual? He's like,
Yeah, sure. And he gives him
was it a snake egg or something? He's just like, how do you... He's like,
should I drink this?
He's like, man, like...
Man, he cut that snake. I was like, no, stop
like,
right there.
He's like, stop it! You gotta drink this shit. You gotta drink it, or we're gonna die. Yeah,
I feel like Bucky should have looked over at them and giving him the nod.
There was some good parts. Actually, I don't know. I just feel like it's missing just a little something, man. I don't know what it is, man.
Maybe it's a captivating story. Maybe because they are trying to keep a mantle that doesn't need to be taken up.
And then they're searching for this guy's replicating this. He replicated the super serum, but he only made 20 vials of it, and now they've got...
I'm not going to lie, I forgot that was even a plot line.
It's like the major plot line, dude. That's like why all this is going down.
I forget.
Oh, man. That's funny. You're like, I forgot about that. But yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just missing.
See, we didn't even mention like the main bad guys, because I also forgot about them too.
Yeah, the Flag Smashers. I forgot about them too, man.
That's their... I forget. I didn't remember that was their name.
I don't know, man. I thought Zemo. I thought Zemo was the bad guy, but maybe he's not a bad guy.
Maybe he's just a cool dude.
He's just a cool.
Maybe Zemo's completely we give him too much crap.
I like that guy. I forgot his name, but he was in Inglourious Bastards.
Which guy?
Zemo. Remember he was.
No, he was the German. Yeah,
he was the sniper that had the movie made about him.
Gotcha. Okay, I remember that guy.
Yeah.
Yep. That makes sense. I completely forgot he was in that movie.
That's why when he got cast, oh man, he's gonna be Zemo. Oh, he's pretty crazy, man. But yeah, I'm glad he's gotten this opportunity to rebound on his character, man. Mm-hmm. Like, it kind of sucks that Agent Carter only got one episode. She's like, okay, I gotta go now.
I don't know. At the very end, she like met somebody.
Yeah, I don't know.
And said like, we gotta do a thing. Yeah. Maybe that means they're going shopping or something.
Maybe, but she got one episode to come back. Yeah, he's probably gonna get more, and he killed it more than she did, I think. So I liked it. It was, like I said, I don't know. I just feel like it's missing something. I like it. I liked it. I'm not trying not to like it. I'm not like this just sucks. No,
I feel you.
I'm invested in these guys. So I've been watching these guys for a while, so I really want it to work out.
I feel you, man. You've been more optimistic than me, and I've kind of been dissing it for a while, but I think for what it is, it's fun, it's entertaining, and it's not something that I'm really looking forward to at the end of the day. But it's fun. It's a fun thing to watch. And
not just that, because like from a filmmaker and a person who makes film like you and I, well, not you more than I, but now that I see how much hard work and the time and the effort goes, I don't want to just diss someone's work, man. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Because it may not be perfect, but I'm pretty sure that their hearts and souls went into it. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
And this is something hard to try to do, man. Mm-hmm. People come out with shows every year, and shows get canceled. Or they just all you see is the pilot, and that's all you get. Mm-hmm. To actually try to make something that's gonna stick, it's hard, man.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I hope it works out, but we'll see.
If Kevin Feige can turn this around too, if he can turn the shows into, Marvel will be straight, man. Mm-hmm. I think so.
We'll see. I hope so. We'll see. All right, next topic. And you told me this in the middle of the week. Robert Downey Jr. is possibly going to be cast as the Joker.
It's a rumor, man, that he's in the wait to be cast as Robert Pattinson's Joker in this Batman trilogy.
I really want you to go first because I have some things.
Man, I don't know how to feel about this, man. I want to be like, whoa, but then I'm like, oh, whoa.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm on the fence.
It's weird.
Honestly, I thought they were gonna just leave the Joker out of it because I thought they were gonna give Joaquin Phoenix another movie. So they're gonna. Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to top Joaquin Phoenix, man.
There's just too many Jokers.
Yeah, it's starting to be like anyone can play. Like too many Batmans now, man. That's another thing too, dude.
I mean, they were pushing it with Joaquin Phoenix, but now they've cast another Joker. Whatever.
Joaquin Phoenix that was like a totally different movie. That was it was a standalone.
It was its own universe.
It was like a case study of a mentally ill person.
Yeah.
This is gonna be in this thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
If he pulls like a Dr. Dolittle kind of like Joker, man, I'm not gonna dig it.
Man.
I don't know I don't know, man.
That was his spring vacation movie. It's you know what? I've tried for so long with Marvel. I'm just gonna get a screw it movie.
No, I'm just gonna get this paycheck of $30 million, and I'm gonna hit the door and I'm gonna go.
Which seems weird because he's one of the highest paid actors in Hollywood.
I don't know, man. How do you feel about it?
I don't like it. I
You
mean,
don't like it?
like I said, it's oversaturated with Jokers at this point. We've gotten so many at this point, and every single one has gotten an opportunity to throw their interpretation of the Joker. And I feel like we're really slimming it down to the point where there's not really much more I can take of the Joker. Like, I really liked Joaquin Phoenix's interpretation, and I like that that's its own movie and it's its own universe, and it's not necessarily connected. And I wish that we would go a different direction with this Batman, where Robert Pattinson's playing. I think we are, but I don't think we need to always have the Joker at the center of it.
Because Heath Ledger's was badass. He won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor.
He deserved
and
it.
Then we got Jared Leto's Joker was kind of bleh.
Yeah.
Then we got Joaquin Phoenix, who's won the Oscar for Best Actor playing the Joker, which I think right now the bar is just too damn high.
Mm-hmm.
Like whoever comes after Joaquin Phoenix, and I think it's too soon.
Mm-hmm.
Like he just played the Joker 2 years ago and won
Yeah.
the cat, and now they're gonna, hey, we're gonna do another Joker because that shared universe we just said we were gonna have, we're not gonna have it anymore. So we're gonna start a new universe. And
Yeah. It seems too soon. It seems too fast, and honestly, I don't care anymore. And I don't think the public really cares at this point.
I think Matt Reeves should leave the Joker out of his movies and just use more obscure characters.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
He
like,
should. And I
yeah.
thought that's what they were doing with this series. And it is what they're doing with this movie because the Joker's not the villain. And so they had that first movie. And I really hope they just keep it that way, where they have their own separate universe and they're able to bring these characters, maybe the Hush villain, maybe other people that are in this universe and not use the Joker all the time. Because the best movies of the other Batman movies had the Joker. So we got Joker movies. We don't need another one.
Okay, which villain would you like to see that hasn't been done yet?
I like to see the Hush.
Or one that's been done that you want to see done justice to.
I think I know yours, but I would like the Hush villain, definitely. But I would also like to see another interpretation of Ra's al Ghul, because I really liked Liam Neeson's interpretation, but maybe a more comic accurate interpretation would be interesting to actually see, like the pit that he uses, the resurrection pit. I'd like to see that actually played out, and his dynamic with Batman and Bruce Wayne is really, really interesting in the comics. So I'd like to see another interpretation of that.
That's cool. I never thought about that, man.
What about you?
I'd like to see a really good interpretation of Two-Face, man. Like, like I thought the one in the first movie, the first films weren't. That was just And then in the Dark Knight series, he was bad too.
Yeah.
Like I'd really like to see, because they're starting off with a young Batman. I like to see, because him and Harvey Dent are friends. They're like really best friends growing up.
Yeah.
So it's hard for him to take on Two-Face because he's still Harvey, and that messes with Batman's to his mind. It doesn't really delve into it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I like this, and Two-Face and all, crazy, punk rocker, gothic, weirdo. He's really,
Tommy Lee Jones on
dude.
acid.
He's smart. He's a lawyer, dude. He's not dumb. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He's very calculating, just and ruthless too, man. I don't know, man. I just want to see, or maybe who I'm thinking.
That's exactly who I thought you were going to do.
Say, who was it?
Bane.
Bane.
Yeah.
Because Bane is. I think he would fit in this universe, dude. Like a real telling of Bane. Oh, he would look so sick.
Definitely.
Because Matt Reeves' costume style, it's all like, what was Stephanie talking about? It's all like, what was she saying? Like more
practical.
Practical, yeah. Like all these costumes look practical. There's nothing. It's fantastical in a sense, but in a practical way. I don't know how to explain it. Because it does look more on par with Zack Snyder's kind of take on it.
Yeah.
But still in the middle of Nolan's. I don't know. It looks kind of a mix of the same. I mean, on both. Sorry, not the same. But
definitely.
Yeah.
I agree. I will always listen. I know you don't like it. I will always love Nolan's interpretation of Bane. I know you don't like it.
I know. You like what you like. You like what you like, man.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna hate you for it, man.
At the same, I liked that he was a more realistic version of Bane character. And I know that you wish it was Latino. I get it, but still, I love the interpretation of Tom Hardy. But I agree that would be really interesting to see a serum type Bane where he's big and jacked, and he has that more comic
And there's a
look.
way of making it look realistic without comic booking
there
it
is.
up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they just have to find the right, designer. You know what I mean? Like,
we're in an age that Zack Snyder is able to make these DC characers look awesome. Like
hey,
Aquaman doesn't look.
At least Tom
dumb.
Hardy's Bane was better than Batman and Robin Bane. Smash! He was way better than that. So
Anything's better than that. I could play a better Bane than that, and I look like this.
So yeah, I'm not digging the him come in being Joker, Robert Downey Jr. Man, I love Robert Downey Jr. I love him, dude. I just want to see him. I don't know. Maybe get out of the comic book world. If he's gonna not do Iron Man anymore, maybe he needs to depart from these universes and do something.
Because he's a great actor,
dude. He needs to go get some Oscars, man. He needs to go get on that front, dog.
Yeah, do another like Tropic Thunder, The Judge, those movies.
No, dude, Tropic Thunder.
Oh my gosh,
get you hung these days. Get you killed. No,
look, go make a movie where people have a backbone and just they'll make him because he was
Chaplin,
in The Judge.
Something like Chaplin. Chaplin was a really good movie.
Chaplin was a good movie. He was good in The Judge. Like some people didn't like that movie. I thought he was really good in that movie. What was other movies that he's been in?
Weird Science.
Weird Science. Yeah.
Johnny B. Good.
Oh, and what was that? Gosh, what's his name?
I liked him in Natural Born Killers, where he played like
that wasn't it, but yeah,
where he played the Geraldo news anchor guy. Man, he did an Australian accent the whole time. Or Kiss Kiss Bang Bang was a good movie.
that was it.
That was a really good movie, man. Yeah,
man, he killed in that
where
movie.
He's an actor playing a villain. Or something. Yeah, I forgot.
He's got to find more movies where he's like that. He's the comic relief guy.
Well, no, it was comic relief.
I mean, everyone was kind of the comic relief.
It was, but something like
it's
that.
a Shane Black movie.
Yeah, I know. But you say nay, yeah or nay?
No, nay.
Nay.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Let's see what the Batman's gonna do first before we move on to Joker.
And I think it will be good because Matt Reeves is a very good director.
Like I said, man, like Colin Farrell, I didn't even know it was him in the preview.
He looked weird.
Oh my God, as a penguin, he looks. And
looked
then
cool.
The Riddler looked crazy. You know, it's just So.
And I even like their interpretation of Catwoman.
Yeah. Yeah.
It looked kind of like the first few shots looked kind of weird with the weird little cat eyes, but I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it.
That Batmobile looks sick, dude. It's just like a muscle car with like armor on it. Yeah, I don't know.
It's good.
We'll see.
All right, next topic. Keanu Reeves is reportedly cast in a Star Wars role. Now, I don't know too much about this. I haven't been following this as closely as you, so I thought for the longest time that Keanu Reeves was going to be playing an interpretation, maybe, possibly, at least this is what I've been hoping, of Revan, Darth Revan. Now, that show or movie has never been confirmed, a Darth Revan story. And you said he was going to be cast as a cartoon role or an animated role.
Yeah, it's an animated character on a Disney Plus series coming out, and they say he got cast to play Sith King Valar, Valar.
Vilmi.
I mean, dude. I'm down with this dude. I mean, if he's gonna voice a character, I can imagine what voice directors he's gonna work under, man. Because. I don't know, man. I'm with it, dude. I'm give it to me, man. You know,
do you think he's even a really good voice actor?
I don't know, man. I think he killed it as Duke Kaboom in Toy Story 4, and he was in the he was in the SpongeBob movie.
Good.
I'm Sage, and I happen to be a sage, so it kind of works out for me. I don't know, man. Let him try something else, man. You know, I love Keanu Reeves. I grew up watching him since I was a kid.
Oh,
man.
I love Keanu Reeves too.
You know.
I think I went through a period of like hating him because I saw all the crappy romantic comedies that he's in. And then he reached a renaissance as of recent. So,
like, I love Point Break. That was such a badass movie. Speed.
Oh, yeah, Speed's great.
Yeah.
Obviously, The Matrix and the new John Wick movies that he's in.
I even like Johnny Mnemonic. I mean, yeah. So, I'm with it. If he wants to try and do something different, and they're not gonna just take him just because he's Keanu Reeves. You know, like when Freddie Prinze Jr. got cast as Kanan, I was like, oh great, I don't even like Freddie Prinze Jr.
Yeah,
but I liked him as Kanan. He did pretty good for Kanan, man. Like I didn't like he was more deep being Kanan than he was in any of his movies.
Really?
Yeah, man, because he plays the cool boyfriend guy next door, jock guy.
I saw that.
This he got to get real, man. He had to get like the part we talked about the Force and the Jedi, I ate it all up, man. Like I forgot that was Freddie Prinze Jr. So if they can do that for him, I think Keanu Reeves can. He's playing a Sith Lord, bro. Could you imagine? Because he's already got that raspy, like kind of older man voice now. So, that'd be kind of sick, man.
That's why I think he'd be great as Revan, and I really wish that Disney would actually make that story.
Well, just because he plays the voice of one character doesn't mean he can't play
That's
another.
true, and it's a cartoon, so maybe they're making it as an option for the future. Like you could also do this character.
How many different characters has Mark Hamill voiced in this?
Quite a few.
Yeah, in this, he's voiced a lot of characters. He still plays Luke Skywalker, so it means he could do both, man.
Yeah, I can definitely see him playing a Sith Lord, and the fact that he's Keanu Reeves just makes it better for me because everyone loves Keanu Reeves. He's just a cool guy.
Yeah,
generally speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you seen that video of him online where he's on the train and he gives up his seat for the lady? I mean, that's kind of like generic good person stuff, but at least like Keanu Reeves seems a little more down to earth than all the Hollywood elite people.
No, I've seen him online. I've seen him training for the John Wick films where he's
he's scary.
Where he's at the gun ranch and he's freaking pop, 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 with real guns, not the fake ones. I'm like, oh wow, he's really good. He really knows his stuff, man.
Yeah, it's kind of scary to watch that. I mean, like Halle Berry when she was in the third one. Like I didn't even like Halle Berry for the longest time. She's been in so many crappy movies. But she was great in that movie, and I got to see the behind the scenes of her doing it. And my gosh, she's a small lady, but she's scary.
She could be mean, right?
She's rough, and she was really good in that movie.
So you think you're cool? I'm cool with that.
I'm cool with it. I like Keanu Reeves, and I don't really know too much about this, so I'm good for it.
And plus, just because this story came out doesn't mean it's like
no.
Take it with a grain of salt. I know I am, but I'm optimistic though. Right on.
Definitely. All right, last topic of the day, and this is a rumor, so don't take what I'm about to say as
we're talking about a lot of rumors, aren't we?
A lot of maybes, a lot of
we're those kids in school like, oh my God, Billy did that? No way. Like I heard that Billy told Lisa, whatever.
Like
oh my God. We're like, holy, we're like, no way. And we go tell the next person. Like, guess what I heard?
Liam. Oh my God. Anyway, rumor, Grogu and a Luke Skywalker series, or really like Grogu's going to be like the lead in Luke Skywalker Academy.
Okay, I'm going to say, who didn't see this coming, man? You know, like...
I didn't, because you told me, and I was like, oh,
But cool. I'm saying, like, after the season finale happened, that's what everybody wanted. Mm-hmm. Like, they're going to have us, like, no, we're not. Nah, yeah, we are. We're just messing with you.
I think they all really just wanted the question answered, because we all know Ben, like, burns down the temple. It's like, okay, does Grogu live, or does he just die?
So, I don't think Sebastian Stan's going to play Luke Skywalker, because I think they're kind of moving away from that, but it's cool, though, man. You know,
I get it.
You know, maybe they're going to find someone else that can play him just as well, and then we get to see just think of the story we get to see, not just Grogu at the academy, but his other students.
Yeah, and
Ben Solo. Because this timeline, Ben Solo is at least 10.
How many years has it been?
No, wait. Because it's 7 years after Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Or 8.
No, he's got to be born at least.
At least 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Maybe at the academy.
Yeah.
But we get to see Luke's other students and Luke spread wisdom. That's something I want to see, man.
That's going to be interesting because Grogu was always like the cute side character, and we all love Baby Yoda, Grogu. He's a great character, and we all love his little baby face and his little... But this is him starring in it. That's kind of weird.
Maybe he starts talking. Maybe he signs. Maybe I don't know,
It'd
man.
It'd be really cool to have like a silent main character, and he does sign.
No, I think he's going to talk, man.
Okay. We'll have the baby.
I can't wait to see him with his little lightsaber jumping around like Yoda. But
yeah.
Man, dude. And he's already really powerful, man. Yeah, he really is powerful. Maybe their race is just tuned to the Force really strongly, man. But I
think that's the thing. I think that their race is a little more fine-tuned to the Force than other people. So maybe that is the case. And depending who they get to help run the show, with showrunner and what staff they get and what people they get, I mean... Yeah. Because like you said, Mandalorian, all the Star Wars shows have been doing really good, where Marvel has been kind of lacking. Their shows have been really, really good. Like I think Boba Fett just wrapped. I think they're just they did. So I can't wait to see the first trailer of that. We should be getting that in the next couple months, maybe. I'm shocked. I'm really hoping May the 4th come. May the 4th, we're definitely going to see some stuff about that. Hopefully. Zoe in the other room. She's having a ball in there. Wow. Oh, my daughter's in the other room because I don't have a babysitter. No, I'm just joking. I drag her everywhere with me. But nah, dude. I think it's a lot of potential, and they can sell it to kids. Yeah. Like it'll be probably more like a kid show, but with older stuff for older people too. Because there's no way someone's not gonna watch a show with Baby Grogu. It's not, Dude, I'm gonna watch it. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it, dude. Adults watch The Mandalorian. It's like, dude, I'll totally watch a Grogu show. I thought it was for adults. Yeah, exactly. But I'm all for it, man. There's so many things they could do with the story, and it's not. People say they use the same characters that they're just making the universe smaller, but what
I'm not saying Filoni's in charge of this show, but what he can do is he takes those characters, he doesn't make it small, he expands on the universe, man. He makes it bigger. He actually does it in reverse,
Yeah.
Which is, I don't know how he does it, but he does it really well.
I mean, everyone's been comparing him to George Lucas. He's learned under George Lucas. He is basically second in command next to George Lucas. So he knows these characters front and back. So I think that's why he's able to like mold his stories well enough. But yeah, it really depends on the showrunner. It's not going to be Dave Filoni. It's not going to be Dave Filoni. It's not going to be these people anymore. But it still has huge potential.
He might be a producer. I think he's going to be a producer on the New Republic one, not the Obi one. That's not. He ain't got nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
But I think he's a producer on the New Republic, and definitely he's going to do the Ahsoka show.
Definitely.
So those are pretty good.
In fact, we'll be able to actually see Luke Skywalker as a teacher, Grandmaster Luke Skywalker. That'll be fun.
Like seeing him walk around the courtyard with a bunch of younglings around him and explaining the Force, and that'd be cool, man.
Yeah.
That's going to be pretty sick, man.
My all-time like dream would be like Luke Skywalker in like a teaching session, and some of the students, and he like versus like half the students. Like it's just like, okay, bring it on, and he kicks all the students in the butt.
Or he keeps like taking food from the students. Like he'll just grab what he wants from the other students. Like, Master Skywalker, Grogu keeps taking my cookies. Like, Grogu, you can't take those cookies. And he's like, why not? Like, I'm stronger than him or whatever.
I don't care.
I can do what I want.
I'm gonna choke him with my tiny little fingers.
I'm anything with Luke Skywalker and Grogu, give it to me.
I'm good for it. All right, so bonus topic today. Me and Ernesto are going to discuss all the movies that we think deserve sequels or special movies that never got a sequel, but we think are sequel worthy.
Absolutely. So I zoned out for a second. I'm starting to think like, man, am I going to change my answer? Or just that the movies are just, well, maybe a top movie we think should get a sequel, or
definitely
a sequel, a justice-worthy sequel.
Yeah. So you go first because I don't know my answer.
I think I'm probably speak for a lot of people when I say this. I really want a good Alien sequel. Like one of my favorite sci-fi movies of all time is Aliens. Not Alien was good, but for me, I'm an action guy.
Okay.
So Aliens was just amazing, man.
So you're going to say get rid of Alien 3 and just do it, continue differently.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Because, I mean, if you watch Aliens, it still holds up till today.
Oh, yeah.
Like, really well. Like, wow. Like, this was shot in the 80s, like, seriously. And just the camera tricks and the costumes and the aliens. And
the sets that they build. My gosh.
How much did that thing cost to make?
I mean, it's a James Cameron movie. It cost a bajillion dollars.
The weaponry, all that stuff was amazing, man.
Yeah. Those practical effects when they're in that alien area and all the walls have turned into this alien goo and it got these humans in there like, kill me. And it's like, oh my gosh, like that is some horrifying stuff, and it's all practical.
Yeah, I got so upset when Reese was killed. Man. I was like, man, he kicks. I guess I really like to see that Neil Blomkamp retcon.
Neil Blomkamp.
Yeah, because remember he came up with some designs and some concept art.
Yeah, he had some good ideas. Some of that was like a Ripley Alien kind of combination thing.
And then they show Reese was all burnt.
Yeah.
But he was still alive, you know what I'm saying? I like that part, him being alive. And I think he actually made a concept of the pulse rifle. Yeah. The gun, but they redid it to where it looks like brand like a new version of it.
Definitely.
And actually it looked pretty sick, man. And I'd have James Cameron direct it, not produce it, because we see what he does with his producing BS.
Yeah, just stop doing Avatar movies and just do a real Alien sequel. I see, in my mind, I don't think this necessarily deserves a sequel because it's a great movie on its own. It doesn't necessarily deserve a sequel. However, the possibilities are endless for this Inglourious Bastards.
Oh, man.
Here's why I think this would be a really good sequel. Because the fact that they pardoned the main German leader that Christoph Waltz played at the very end of that movie, they let him live in the United States, and they gave him, like, so much crap. The only thing is they branded him, they made a cut on his head of the Nazi symbol. I will always be able to spot you in public. Like, you will always be a target for me. So giving that the option, maybe now there are like spies in the U.S. or like undercover like soldier Nazis that these guys are the Inglourious Bastards are now going out and hunting. Oh wow! So maybe there's a new Inglourious Bastards crew, or maybe they're like reassembling a few people that maybe didn't die. Maybe they could bring what's his face back. Who's the guy with the big gun who killed a lot of the Nazis and then they brought him on board?
Stiglitz?
Yeah, Stiglitz.
No, he died. He got killed. He got killed in the bar scene.
Here's why I want to bring him back so bad. I love Stiglitz.
And also, not also that, they freaking killed Hitler.
Mm-hmm.
So the war is over. And,
Exactly.
And now they go back to say they're heroes, man.
Exactly.
So it's probably harder to pick them. Like, they can't creep up on Nazis because everyone, like, oh, you're the hero that killed Hitler. You're the, well, they probably, I don't know. Maybe they wouldn't advertise
hard to say.
that. Probably.
Maybe they wouldn't advertise that as much because these were like an undercover unit.
That's right.
But still, like the possibilities, because they killed Hitler and because they're not necessarily bound by history, they can do whatever the hell they want.
That'd be a sick premise. They start hunting Nazis on American soil.
Exactly.
And escape. That would be pretty sick. I didn't think about that. That's a good one.
Yeah,
dude.
maybe the Nazis could be making an underground regime. Like I said, they're not bound by history. Quentin Tarantino can do whatever he wants. So I know Quentin Tarantino's never going to do that, and he's only got one more movie left, so he's not going to make that movie. But it's still cool.
I don't think he's got one more. He's going to do more than one more, dude. He'll probably retire for like 10 years, 15 years and let technology and this, and then come out of nowhere like, I got bored. I retired. And because people retire all the time, and then they sit at home and it's cool for like 6 months. You're like, okay, now what do I do now?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm a filmmaker. I'm not nearly on the level as Quentin Tarantino. No. I never will be. But still, I would like to stop making movies at some point because that's a rough job. That's a long process to shoot the movie, to do all of that, and I don't even have the budget that he does. And so that's a rough process. So maybe at some point when you make that many good movies, you certainly need to stop at some point just to leave a legacy. Like, that's your legacy. You don't want to tarnish your legacy.
Well, not just that. Like you said, like it's hard to make movies, and he's not working for Marvel or Lucasfilm or he's making his own movies his way. So for him to try to get the budgets he gets to do those movies, Definitely. Because I think his movies make money, but they don't make a crap ton of money. They make enough to,
Yeah. They don't, but again, he's the selling point in his movies.
The
same way Christopher Nolan is the selling point in his
Right.
movies. Like, you go to the movies specifically because it's his movie. You go to the movies to see a Quentin Tarantino movie because you know exactly what you're going to get.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you. And I guess it is very hard because he doesn't make them like every other year. He takes 3 or 4 years, hiatus on his movies because he really thinks about what he wants to do, man. Like, I know he's not going to make a sequel to any of his movies, but man, I just know what his last movie. I hope it's not a Star Trek movie. I really don't, man. I kind of do, because I like to see him like use a lot of special effects, and really get out, like really just wow us, man, with his.
Definitely,
but not Star Trek.
I'm with you. I think his last movie should be wholly his own. It shouldn't really be a property. Honestly, if his last movie was something like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which is the poster I have right behind me because I love that movie so much, and honestly, I'm going to say right now, maybe we'll talk about this in the future, but that is my favorite Quentin Tarantino movie, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I think that's the ultimate hangout movie. I think that's one of Quentin Tarantino's ultimate movies because it shows what makes him passionate as a director. So if it was something like that, that shows him, that kind of gives you an insight to who Quentin Tarantino loves and who Quentin Tarantino is, that would have been a great send-off movie. And I know it's going to be something akin to that. That's going to be true Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, it's gonna be something. He's gonna try and win an Oscar, man. He's gonna go into his laboratory. And he's going to start thinking, and he's going to just, man, I'm just writing notes, and just the way he writes is crazy, man.
Mm-hmm.
He just gets paper out of nowhere and grabs something and just whatever he can just idea. And he goes, it might not make sense now. I'll put it in a drawer, and in a couple years it'll make sense when I pull it back out.
Exactly.
Wow. So yeah, that's a good one. But yeah, that'd be kind of cool to see Inglourious Basterds Part 2. I didn't think about that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for the Zilla Boys podcast, episode 14. We're getting up there.
What?
We're almost 15. Oh. The lovely old number of 15. Thank you, everyone, for subscribing and watching our podcast. Like I said, even if you don't enjoy our podcast, we appreciate you watching. If you do enjoy our podcasts, go ahead and push.
We appreciate you for watching.
Yeah, we really like that you're watching. And push the notification button to get notifications on our most recent updates. And again, we have our Godzilla vs. King Kong reaction video on our channel, so go check that out.
It was fun.
It was a lot of fun. And hopefully you'll have a lot of fun watching it.
2 camera angles this time, not just one. 2 camera angles.
Yeah, we're
awesome.
big boys.
We're big balling, big timing over here. Okay.
All right. Like I said, check us out on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and any other places where you receive podcasts. We're probably there. And Ernesto.
Good show. Roll those credits, man. Let's do it.
5, 4, 3.